Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Whitney and this is Witchery Beauty, and I am so excited because today we are going to be jumping into the drugstore, which I'm trying to push myself more, get to the drugstore because the stuff is impressive in the drugstore nowadays. It's impressive. So we're going to be playing with Wet n Wild. We have some blushes, some tinted hydrators, which I feel like is just the thing that is going on right now. Everybody is jumping into the tinted hydrators. We have two mascaras, we have some lip products, and we are just going to be putting it all to the test. So if you like this kind of video, if you like the drugstore, give this video a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and leave me a comment down below letting me know if you have tried any of these products, and if you have, let me know what you think about them, and we will jump right in. Okay, so I went to the drugstore and got a bag full of stuff. The drugstore has been so impressive lately. I have been more of a like kind of towards the high-end type of person, so I don't go to the drugstore makeup section a whole lot, and I do not know why. I'm doing more of that. I'm doing better with it, but these prices and these products, well, the products that I've been trying, I haven't really tried anything yet from this batch, have been so impressive. Like, I'm shocked. So let me show you guys what I got. So much stuff. So first I got, we're gonna do all Wet n Wild today. So I'm sure you already know that because you clicked on this video, and it's probably gonna say it somewhere in the title. So we got the new, this is the limited edition collection for Valentine's Day. So this is the Love Makeup Sponge. Look how cute this is. It's like soft pink and it's so pretty. I already dampened it, so it got huge. Like, it used to fit in this container, and it's, well, it kind of fits in the container still, but it got way bigger and it feels really soft. So I'm hoping that might take the place of my beauty blender, because I haven't found anything that I love as much as my beauty blender yet, but they're so expensive. They're so expensive. So from that collection, from the Love collection, I also got the Mega Volume Mascara, and I don't know if this is products that they already sell and it's in the limited edition packaging, or if the whole product is limited edition. I'm gonna have to check into that. And then I got the Love Blush. This is in the shade Pearlescent Pink, and it is so pretty. I swatched it already. I haven't used any of these things, but I did swatch a couple of them, and it is so freaking pretty. It has a little bit of shimmer in it, which I love a shimmery blush. And then I got two more things from that collection. I got the Love Mega Slicks Lip Gloss in the shade Crushed Grapes. That's a weird shade name because it's pink. When I think of grapes, I think of purple, but it's very pretty either way. And then we got the High Shine Brilliance Raining Rubies lipstick. This packaging is freaking adorable. I can't get over it. We're gonna ignore my nails. I was messing around with something on this hand and something on this hand, and then this one fell off, and I was too lazy to do the rest of these. You know, I'm learning to do my nails, so we're going to give me a little bit of grace on how bad they look for a little while, okay? Okay. Anyway, such a pretty freaking color. Oh my gosh, it is such a pretty color. And I love me a good berry red shade, so I'm super excited to try that out. And this packaging is so cute. So then I got more stuff. So then I got all this from the H-E-B, all the Love collection. And then I was at Walmart and I got the Wet n Wild Big Poppa the new mascara in the shade Blackest Black. This is what that one looks like. Then I got the new Incognito concealer, which I'm so excited to try because I'm such a picky concealer person. Like, I only like my Hourglass and the Kylie Cosmetics. I like the Catrice one, but there's so much fragrance in it that I can't use it a lot because it breaks me out. So I really, really hope I like that. And I also hope it's not fragranced because I did not check. And then, oh, I did get this at the H-E-B as well. I got the new Brow Sessive Sculpting Brow Gel, and this is in the shade Brown. And then we also have the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. This shade I think is going to be a little bit too deep for me, but they didn't have it in the next lightest shade down. They were out of stock, and if I would have gotten it in the one down like that, I would have looked ghostly. So we are going to try to make this one work. I got 2 of the Cloud Pout Marshmallow Lip Mousses, which I just realized I have like a ridiculous amount of lip product, and I have a ridiculous amount of, well, I have 2 mascaras. I have 2 eyes, so we can make that work. Then last but not least, I got the Color Icon Wet n Wild palette. This one, well, I guess it's just Color Icon. I guess it doesn't have a specific name, but this is one of the new 10 shadow palettes. This was only $5 freaking dollars. And you can tell I've already used it on this eye, so we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to prime this eye, and then we are going to jump right in. Okay, so I primed the eye with P. Louise Blank Canvas, and I went ahead and zoomed in a little bit. So now you can see up close and personal what we have going on this eye. I am going to start out with this shade right here. I'm just going to point because they do not have names. And these brushes were clean, but I did use them for my other eye. So there is a good bit of kickback in the pan. If I can get that without it falling off. There we go. So there's a good bit of kickback in the pan, which it really doesn't bother me. I was going to say as long as it stays in the pan, it doesn't bother me. But if we're being honest, it doesn't bother me either way because I always do my face first anyway. So it's fine for me. Also, I am going to be honest, but a bit more lenient with products like this because they're very inexpensive. So I'm not going to judge them as harshly as I would a $60 eyeshadow palette. I'm not going to judge the Wet n Wild as bad as I would a Huda Beauty palette or a Natasha Denona palette because that just would not be fair. They are very, very different price points. And then I'm going to go in with the Morphe 433. And I'm going to go in with this beautiful pink shade. You know, I had to use this pink shade because, like, it's a neutral palette with a pop of color. You know I had to use color. But I like palettes like that because if you are just wanting to start out with color, this is such a nice way to do it. It's cute and pretty color without taking it too far. And this shade really builds up really nicely. I'm not gonna lie, the drugstore is impressing me. Wet n Wild, first of all, Wet n Wild is so freaking impressive anyway. I just don't understand how they make some of these products so freaking good at the prices that they do. Because these eyeshadows are insane. They do take a little bit more building, but I mean, look at that. And they're pigmented. I'm gonna go back in to the M514 and that first shade that we started with, and I'm just going to very, very gently run that along the edges just to make sure those edges are nice and blended. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more of the blank canvas, very little of it. I've been trying to use less of this, one because I'm running out, and two because I find if I use too much of it, it kind of starts clumping up and getting weird. And then I'm just going to go in to a brush, a fluffy brush, and just blend all of that out. Just like that. Trying to make sure I cut this high enough. I always struggle with this eye. I never cut it high enough, and then it's right in the crease, and then the crease always gets creasy. We are going to go in with this tiny Lunar Beauty LBE 4 brush, very precise brush, and we're going to go into this deep burgundy brown right there, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that on the brush, and we're going to start shading in right on the end of where we are starting that shape, and then I'm going to take it all the way across the lower lash line. And we're just going to use that just like liner, and it's really going to help that shape as well. And then just so that line stays clean, just gonna take the P. Louise brush that we used and just make sure that that liner is not too thick. And then I'm gonna go in with these two shades mixed here. I'm tapping a lot of that off because it is pigmented. And then I'm gonna start blending that on the outside of the shape here. And then I'm going to go in with my Morphe Coca-Cola brush, and I'm just going to do the same thing and just kind of pack that on the outside there. And then back in with that brush again, and we're just blending that shade out. And then I'm gonna go in with the Morphe 124, and we are gonna go in to just this lightest shade right here. And I'm just going to pack that on where we cut out that shape. So that is what we are looking like so far. We have lots of other stuff, so let's go ahead and jump in. I do not have a new primer. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. This is the Mint Melt palette, or the Mint Melt primer. We're going to go in with the Tinted Hydrator. It is definitely going to be too deep for me. And I have 0 tanner left, so it's definitely going to be too deep, but we're going to try it out anyway and hopefully make it work. Oh yeah, it's way too tan. And I'm using the Wet n Wild brush or sponge as well, which is really freaking nice. I thought maybe this wouldn't be horrible because it's a tinted product. And I would have only went one shade down in it. But if we're going to be honest, these shades are really dark. So when I go correct my shade, if I end up liking this, I'm going to have to get 2 shades down from this, which they actually had, so I could have done that. It's been a long time since I've had an incorrect shade match, so I'm sad. But also I did it intentionally because I didn't want to go way too light, but this did not look that dark in the container. It's okay. We will lighten it up with some concealer because my concealer is way lighter, and we will make it work. This is also way more of a like warm orangish undertone, so I think that's also what's really throwing me off, is the undertone of it is really bad for me. Okay, so one layer besides the color, we're going to ignore the color. It looks very pretty. It is definitely light, barely there coverage. And I honestly, if my face wasn't breaking out a little bit right now, I think this would be so stunning. I am going to take a little bit more, which I hate to do because the shade's so off. But I'm going to just tap it right here and just see if I can build up that coverage a little tiny bit. This sponge is freaking phenomenal, by the way. And it was like $3. Okay. That didn't really change anything. It's still... So it's not really buildable. So this is just going to be just a light coverage product. This undertone is throwing me off so bad. It is orange. We're going to go into the Incognito concealer now. We're going to try to salvage this look because I would like to wear it for a little while, but I don't know if it's picking up on camera just how bad it looks in person, but it is deep in person. So normally I don't conceal this much, but I don't have a choice at this point because I need to lighten. This does have a fragrance as well, which is always my least favorite thing about drugstore concealers, because the same with the Catrice is it stinks so bad. It smells like perfume. This one is not nearly as strong, so I think I'll be able to stomach it, but the Catrice one is really bad. I'm going to use the opposite side of this sponge so I'm not tainting the concealer color any. But so far, this concealer looks freaking gorgeous. Oh my god. And I am literally the most picky person on the planet when it comes to concealer. This is freaking beautiful. It's like airbrushed. I do think this concealer is going to save us. It looks very, very light on camera. But it actually looks really nice in person, and it's kind of saving this. But I will say this tinted moisturizer, even though it's very light coverage and the shade is clearly very off, it looks so beautiful, and my skin looks so nice right now. And I don't want to use the term flawless because you can still see my flaws, which I don't have an issue with. But it looks so like blurred, filtered. My under eye and everything right here literally looks so stunning. That concealer is incredible. I am actually going to grab another one because I'm going to need a backup, because this is... I'm trying so hard not to compare it to my Hourglass, because I feel like that seems like such a stretch because it's a $4 concealer, but it really truly is as pretty as my Hourglass, and I'm incredibly impressed. I'm going to set this all with a little bit of my One Size powder. I just took the sifter out of it because I'm very close to being out. I do have a backup, but I just don't want to open it yet. So I'm going to pack out these creases, but I will say even my Hourglass does not crease this little on me. Like, there is almost no creasing at all, which is a huge deal because even my Hourglass, if I let it sit without setting it, it will crease on me. So this is incredibly impressive. I know I keep saying that, but I'm such a concealer snob, so I'm like, oh my god, this is so great. I've tried so many concealers, high-end, drugstore, everything, and it's so hard to find one I like. This is so freaking awesome. So the places that I didn't set are still incredibly tacky, so I am gonna go ahead and take a fluffier brush and just kind of set that down with that translucent powder, because right now during this time I definitely won't be able to blend anything over top of it. Because it was very tacky. Okay, we are going to go ahead and finish up the under eye very quickly. I'm going to make it pretty simple. I am going to start with this brush here and mix those two deeper shades together. And just run them underneath the lash line. And then with that same brush, I'm going to go into that pink shade and blend the rest of that out with that shade. Okay, and then I'm going to take, because we haven't used a shimmer shade, and I want to do this one right here, which is like a nice baby pink. I'm going to go in with the flat brush, and I'm just going to pop that right in the inner corner there. I think that's so pretty. The shimmers, I'm not going to lie, just looking at them and touching them, and even using this one, they're definitely not as impressive as the mattes. I'm going to go in with the champagne color just a little bit. Not only are they not as impressive as the mattes, but there is a lot of fallout with them. I'm going to kind of brush that away. So I'm definitely not even close to as impressed with the shimmers as I am the mattes, but the mattes were very impressive, and mattes are hard formulas to make with cheaper brands, so I really am enjoying it. I would definitely buy this just for the mattes alone. Alright, let's get into some more of the face products. I did set the whole face down, so we are ready to go in. There is not a bronzer. There's not a bronzer and there's not a highlight. Okay, let's go in with my Makeup Revolution. This is the Mega Bronzer in the shade 01 Cool, and I'm thinking maybe that will help the face a little bit. I was gonna go in with my Becca Bronzed Bondi, but that's a little bit orange, and I don't think my face needs to be any more orange. So we're not going to do that. Now we're going to go in with the Love Blush. This is the Pearlescent Pink. And I'm just going to take my Luxie 514 blush brush. I'm just going to pop that on the cheeks. Do we see anything? Let me dip in a little bit more. I see some kick up in the pan. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you just need to build a little bit with it, which is actually what I prefer anyway. I do like to have to build up my blush a little bit. And it has a very pretty sheen, and I love blushes with a sheen because I always feel like it helps. Look how pretty that sheen is. It helps the highlighter blend more naturally. Okay, I just went on and threw on a Tarte highlighter since we did not have one in this collection. And now we're going to go in with the Brow Sessive. I got mine in the shade Brown. And I'm hoping this doesn't come off too gray because sometimes these brown shades come off a little bit gray on me. So this is what the wand looks like. And although it is a small wand, it is still a little bit bigger of a wand than I prefer. So I'm just going to brush that through the brows. And we're just going to do one so we can see a difference. Okay. Alright, I'm not too upset with that. Okay, I am actually really not upset with the way my brows look with that right now. I am going to take, which I haven't been doing because I've been using such a precise pen, but I am going to take just a little bit of the tinted moisturizer, and I do not like using something lighter because I just don't like that look for me. So I'm just going to take the same tinted moisturizer we used, and I'm just going to take a little tiny bit on a flat brush, and I'm going to clean up my brows really quick. Okay, so now that we have the brows done and cleaned up, we are going to jump into the mascaras, and for the sake of this video, and because I'm not going anywhere so it doesn't matter anyway, we're going to test them both out. So we have the Love Wet n Wild Mega Volume Mascara. This packaging is so cute. I cannot get over it. And this is what the wand looks like on this one. Nice wand. Not too big, not too small. And then we have the big Poppa, and this is in the shade Blackest Black, and this irritates me to an extent that nobody even understands, because I don't know if you can see the worst advertisement on the planet. They literally have like real fake lashes on her, and they're like before and after. No, it's not. It is not a before and after. So this is what the other one looks like. And then this wand, which has more of like an hourglass type wand and kind of dips in here and kind of curves. So this eye, we will do this one, and then we will do the other one on the other eye. Let's go ahead and start with this one. So here, before I put anything on, and then okay, so this is with the mascara on just this side. I do not hate it, but I don't love it either. I think it's just a subpar mascara, but it's also a really great price, so I don't think it is a bad mascara for the price. I've just used better mascaras, but my lashes do look really nice. So now we're going to go in with the Love one, which I feel like is a more watery consistency because it's definitely not as thick and caked onto the brush as the other one was. Okay, so here we are on the other side, and I think personally I like the pink one a little bit better. The formula is not as thick. It's a little more liquidy, and I just feel like it just made my lashes look better. But I don't think any of them are, either one of them are just like a spectacular mascara, but they're both nice. So if you're in a pinch and you just need to run to the drugstore and grab a mascara, either one of these would work nicely. Now we're gonna swatch all of these lipsticks first, and I have swatches covering my hand right now. And so I'm gonna try to swatch them like on the inside of my wrist. So this is the lipstick from the Love collection. It doesn't smell like anything. And then we have the gloss from the Love collection as well. This reminds me, this smells freaking amazing, but this reminds me of more like of a kitty gloss. It kind of has nothing. It's just meant to look pretty in the packaging. I don't know why I actually grabbed this because I'm just not a Wet n Wild gloss fan, if we're being honest. It does smell really freaking good though. And then I grabbed two of the Cloud Pout Marshmallow Lip Mousses. So this one is in the shade Fluffernutter. The shades of the names of some of these shades are just, do not do that to me. That is the shade right there. And then we have the Bright Red. Which is right here, and I think that's what we're going to put on today because it is very pretty. I already know that gloss is not for me. It's not really a color gloss. It's pretty much completely clear, and the glitter that's in it is kind of also just for show. It really doesn't come off with the gloss. So the gloss, I just already know. Even without trying it, it was pretty. It was a cute collection, but it wasn't for me. I picked it up mostly because the packaging was cute. And honestly, the same with the other lipstick because I'm not the biggest fan of more satin lipsticks. So these will probably be, if I like them, they'll probably be more my kind of thing. So I'm not going to lie, I intended to kind of just like this a little bit because I've tried a couple of the like lipsticks that were the moussey texture, which is like a little bit more of like a velvet matte. Very comfortable on the lips, very velvety feeling. Oh my god, look at my teeth. So white. And I wasn't the biggest fan of them, but this is really nice. I feel like some of them get kind of streaky and weird, and this is not doing that at all, and I'm really impressed and I really like it. I definitely don't think it is going to be as long lasting as like a regular matte lipstick, but I am going to eat very soon. It's 6:30, so it's definitely not going to be any type of a long wear test. But I am going to hang out for a little while, wear this, and then I will come back in just a little bit and let you guys know what I think and what my final thoughts are. So I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, so it is 9 o'clock. So this has been on for about 3 hours, something close to that, nothing super long, but like I thought, the lipstick doesn't last through food, so it's pretty much completely gone at this point, which isn't really that big of a deal. I can just reapply it. Most of the time I have to reapply lipstick anyway, so that's not a big deal for me. I really do enjoy the lipsticks, so those are a thumbs up for me, even though they didn't last through food. Now for the Tinted Hydrator. I don't think it looks bad. I don't even think that the color, now that it's kind of warmed up to my skin and stuff, I don't even really think the color looks that bad. Will I get a lighter color? Yes, which is a good sign because I must like this enough to rebuy it if I'm going to get a new color. Because I'm not even going to bother exchanging those out. It was like $6 or something. So, I'll see if I can give this to somebody who would be able to get some use out of it. But let's do a quick rundown. The mascaras still look really great, honestly. The eyeshadow still looks really great. It's not faded at all. The brow gel, I really like that brow gel. I'm really excited to use it with my brow pen as well, and just use it to fill it in because my brows do look really good, and it has a nice like sturdiness to it, but my brows don't feel crunchy, which I really like. I hate when a brow gel makes my brows feel crunchy. It's so gross. The blushes, the blush still looks really nice, not fading, still looks really pretty. But that is all I have for today. This beautiful full face using Wet n Wild. I am very impressed. The drugstore is killing it right now. So that is all I have. If you guys like this type of video, give it a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button before you leave, and leave me a comment below letting me know if you have tried any of these products. And if you have, let me know what you think about them. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.